inspired by the great spoken word artists, some that have spoken today. Miss Laverne was one as well. So I started writing poetry some time ago, and like Missy Lois said, if anything else, she inspired you to be creative and explore what you could do and not think you had limitations. So I've been writing original poetry. Some of it's for sale out there, super extra cheap, because I got a bunch of papers of it. But this is one I wrote. I wrote one originally called There Is a Man, written to just on behalf of black men. There was a black man I know who was just kind of down on himself, weight of the world. And I said, if I pay you a compliment, will you receive it on behalf of all black men? And he said, yeah. And it came out in a poem. That's how God gave it to me. And so I sent him that. And then some friends of mine said, don't send me this to give my husband. Put it in portrait form and sell it to me. And I was like, no problem. So I've been selling on Etsy poetry and my original digital artwork to go with it. But then that friend said, what about one for the ladies? And I said, I can't make it up. Let me see what God gave me. So he gave me one called She Knows Her Name. And that's this right here. He gave me the artwork. It's a friend of mine, and I silhouette that. So. She has been called loud. All because she's proud of what she has to say. Yeah. Fear used to keep her silent, but she speaks up today. She knows her name. She has been called mad, just because she's had to refuse to be pushed around. Intimidation made her crumble, but now she stands her ground. She knows her name. She has been called ugly, only because society smugly declared one way to be as the acceptable norm. Insecurity had her chasing trends, but she will not conform. She has been transformed. She knows her name. She has been called unfeminine. She has been called independent. Like that's a bad word. It's all absurd, because she knows she's loving, she knows she's kind, she knows she's intelligent, beautiful, insightful, committed, determined, strengthened, and that she has the right to shine. She knows her name. Amen.